So here we are live, just outside the Eden Gardens, and as you can see behind me, it's pretty damp here, and it's still and the Punjab Kings players they are all living one after the other, and see the Punjab Kings players they are living one after the other, and
Well, it seems like we've lost Debashish already. Debashish, your screen is completely blank, but Debashish was trying to give us the updates of what's going on outside of the Eden Gardens at the moment. The rain, it seemed like the rain had uh, gone a bit. It wasn't as heavy as before from what I was looking at in Debashish's window, uh, and he did not have an umbrella. Not that, not that, I'm not sure if he had it or not, but it doesn't seem like it's raining as heavily as before. And he's trying to call. He's back in the show. Yes, Debashish, let us know.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. The update from outside Eden Gardens is it's still drizzling, Gargi. Yes, it was raining very heavily few minutes back, but now as we speak, it has slowed down, but it's still drizzling, which means that it is very unlikely that we are going to see any match further. Obviously, we have seen fans started leaving. Almost an hour back, as we speak, you can see, if I may show you, means there's the if I may show you the live visuals, there you can see the bus, the van carrying the Punjab Kings players family and family members. They are just boarded the van and they will be leaving Eden Gardens soon, which is a clear indication that the match might just be called off. Yes, the cutoff time is 11:14 p.m. But it looks very unlikely that match is going to happen further. And there you can see behind me, Shubhain is also live on Hindi. But the update from now here at outside Eden Gardens is the drizzle. It is drizzling. It is not raining heavily, but obviously an hour back, and you can see the Punjab Kings player, the family members, they are all living one after the other, and see clearly that that goes to say that the match is almost likely to be called out. So these are all live visuals, and actually you can see the family members of the Punjab Kings players, the support Punjab Kings players, say they have all boarded the van, and they will be leaving soon the Eden Gardens. So these are all live visuals that is coming up from outside the Eden Gardens, and as you can see, it's
Devashish,
pretty damp out
um,
here.
Devashish, urging you not to move. I know you're showing us
Okay,
visuals, but urging you not to move because your
all
internet
right,
goes
all
off.
right.
Yeah, yes,
Am I okay now? Am I okay now?
yes, you are okay now.
But the biggest talking point, Gargi, is it is very much baffling. I mean, how on earth Ajinkya Rahane winning the toss with the forecast of stars, winning the toss and batting first. Means it's quite baffling. Means how can you choose to bat first? And if at all had the rain stopped, then the cutoff time for the match to start was 11:14 11:14 p.m. and KKR would have got only 8 more delivery, and then Punjab Kings would have got the full 5 overs. So very baffling to see such a kind of decision taken from the KKR captain, winning the toss and deciding to bat first with so much of rain around. So, but then again, as is the scene here outside the Eden Gardens, it is still drizzling. And if we look back at last season also, the match between Punjab Kings and KKR was washed away. In that case, Punjab Kings did bat for the entire first innings, where they posted 201 runs. But this time round, obviously, only 4.2 overs being bowled, but with KKR losing their two overseas batters in Cameron Green and Finn Allen. So yeah, as you can see, I can show you the live visuals. The Punjab Kings, the family members of the Punjab Kings players, they are leaving the Eden Gardens, and so that is a clear sign that the match will be called off anytime soon, and that is a dampener. That is a dampener for sure. So But KKR I think KKR will be, I won't say satisfied, but at least had the match been played, means KKR were surely on back foot with both Cameron Green and Phil Allen departing. So that's the latest update. Yes, you know that with so much of rain around, the cutoff time is 11:14 p.m. But it looks like the match officials is very likely going to call off the match because it's still drizzling. Had the rain stopped, then things would have been different. And the match officials could have thought of starting the match because the ground here at Eden Gardens is completely covered. But with the rain still going on and it's still drizzling as I speak, out just outside the clubhouse, I think it is very likely that the match will be called off. So, unfortunately for the fans who have braved the rain and come here to cheer the Kolkata Knight Riders, they will be disappointed. Yes, anyway, before the start of the match as well, there was a very low turnout, something which is not familiar for people coming to watch an IPL match here at Eden Gardens. Yeah, you can say that it's a first day of the week, but also the fact that KKR haven't had a great start to the season, losing the first couple of matches, and obviously with so much of rain forecast, so people have decided not to come to Eden Gardens, and also there is a forecast of showers for the next match that is coming up on the 9th of April against Lucknow Super Giants. So yes, and it's so and that will also be a dampener for Kolkata Knight Riders fans because the forecast for April 9th game against Lucknow Super Giants is also there's going to be showers and even more chances of showers on the 9th of April when KKR meet Lucknow Super Giants. But right now, as is the case right now, the visuals I will should be showing you the live visuals from outside the Eden Gardens. There you can see the streets. It's pretty wet and all that the drizzle hasn't stopped yet. So you can see fans. They are with their umbrellas. You can see there's a Messi fan who just walked past me. Yes, Kolkata. You know is a huge. There's a huge fan following of football. But as is the case with the KKR, they, they will feel very unfortunate because everyone hoped that KKR would bounce back after losing the first couple of matches in the season to Mumbai Indians and then uh, p- match against Sunrisers Hyderabad. But clearly, in the torrential rains along with gutsy wind has forced the match to be stopped as of now. But as we speak, it is still drizzling. But it looks very likely that umpires, the match officials, will not wait for 11:14 cutoff time and play might be called off no sooner than that. Yes, the KKR team owner Shah Rukh Khan is present today in the stands. Yeah, if you can show the visuals of Shah Rukh, because I have shared the picture on the group. Shah Rukh Khan was there in the stands while it was raining heavily. He did made his presence. He came out of the balcony and started here. There you see. Thank you very much, Gargi. And there you see Shah Rukh Khan showing his thumbs up to the fans. Means obviously the fans were disappointed. They were depleted because of the rains. They expected a full match, but that was not the case. And it's been a pretty dampener here at the Eden Gardens. Yes. So as things stand, KKR will have to be satisfied with 1 point. Um, Given that they after three matches they are only on 1 point, but at least they have a point on the points table. So the news from here at the Eden Garden says it is still drizzling. Yes, the cutoff time for a match to be constituted, 5 over a side match to be constituted is 11:14 p.m. But which looks very unlikely as of now because it's still drizzling. The covers are still very much on, and it's a dampener for the fans who have braved the rain and turned up at the Eden Gardens. Although the turnout has not been as huge as is expected, but the decision by Ajinkya Rane means obviously we will get to know what exactly is his explanation. uh, I, one would expect that someone from the KKR team will come for the press conference. If there is a press conference happening, then we will get to know what exactly is the reasoning behind the to bat first. But as is there you see, this picture has been shared by Shubhayan, and the ground is entirely covered. At one point of time, the ground staff were struggling. They were struggling because the wind was so hard that they were struggling to keep the ground covered. And what the situation here is, it's still drizzling, and most of the fans have started leaving, and in fact they have started leaving for almost an hour back, and it's very disappointing for the fans who have turned up, but unfortunately for Knight Riders, but they have a match coming up on the 9th against Lucknow Super Giants, and the forecast for that match as well. There is showers. So I am joined by Mohor. Mohor, where are you right now? Mohor, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know where is he, but obviously, as the news from here outside the Eden Gardens is, it's been drizzling right now, and obviously the torrential rains along with gusty wind forced the play to be abandoned. Although the cutoff time is 11:14 p.m., but which looks very unlikely that the play will start. In that case, both the teams will be satisfied with 1 point each. But the fans, but KKR fans particularly, they will be very disappointed because they hope that they will win this match. They will win this match and get a point on board, but that is not the case. Punjab Kings, yes, they, uh, they started the match well, especially Javier Doherty giving those two breakthroughs, taking the wickets of Cameron Green and Finn Allen. But as Cameron Green departed, then this rain started coming down, and from then since it has been raining cats and dogs here at the Eden Gardens, in and around Eden Gardens, and there you can see that the play has been stopped, and that's the update for now. Gargi, if you can come back, we'll just wrap up this video. Yeah, Mohor is back. Mohor, can you hear me? Mohor. So, a bit of a disappointment not to witness any match.
I can't hear anything because there are obviously the crowd, they're all moving. As you can see, the entire everyone's leaving because I don't think the match is happening. But it was bad rain. And literally it was a proper thunderstorm. Torrential rain, proper thunderstorm. And now, as you can see, most of the fans, they're all leaving the stadium because the match is most likely not going to happen. That's what I can see.
Yeah, Mohor, thanks. Yeah, obviously, um,
I
um,
can't hear.
um, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Did you get any chance to talk to the fans, maybe get their reactions, their disappointment? I did manage to talk to a few fans. They were very disappointed to see the rains come down and force the play to stop. But did you manage to talk to any of the fans who have turned up to watch the match tonight at the Eden Gardens?
No, I didn't speak to anybody, but I mean, obviously, from their body language, it's very evident that they had come here to watch a match. But they are, returning quite frustrated. They did not expect it to win, and even both of us, when we were predicting the weather in the pre-match live, we did not expect this to happen because the weather seemed quite normal back then. The skies were clear, everything was fine. But then suddenly this took a twist, and I did not have the chance to talk to anyone because everyone's in a hurry to reach home as soon as possible. They've all come from far off places, which is understandable. But yeah, they're all disappointed, definitely.
Yeah, obviously disappointed. Disappointment is the word right now for the fans who have turned up here at the Eden Gardens to witness the match. The update from now here is the play has been stopped, and the cutoff time for the restart of the match is 11:14 p.m. But which looks very unlikely because it's still drizzling. It's still drizzling. Obviously, Kolkata Knight Riders fans would have expected to see their team win the match against Punjab Kings after losing the first couple of games. I am joined by Rahul. Rahul, can you please join? So Rahul, bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, actually, absolutely. I think this is I feel for the fans. I mean, we were so excited about this match. Also, they were very excited about KKR's comeback, But I
And
don't know
rain
whether,
still has not stopped, by the way. It's still drizzling.
yeah, it is. But because do you think they still has chance to win as we just saw the
I don't think
that
so because
starting time is
it's
11:50?
the rain has not stopped. So until the rain has completely stopped, the ground cover won't be removed. But are you surprised with the decision of Ajinkya Rahane to win the toss and bat first with so much of rain around? Everyone here in Kolkata knew that there is a forecast of SARS, and then surprising everyone, Ajinkya Rahane wins the toss and deciding to bat first.
Actually, all are because this is basic. I mean, the wicket is under cover for since yesterday and even today as well. Before the game, the wicket is under cover. We all expect whoever wins the toss, they will elect to bowl first. It's an easy decision because the basic, when the wicket is under cover, of course, it will have some assistance for the bowler in the power play. But again, I think Rane is not that much confident of his bowling lineup. Boyo Barora, Blessing Mudon, what they have done in the last two games. But in the opposite scenario, Punjab Kings, they have a, I think, formidable bowling lineup. Harpreet and Marco Jansen, even Shreyas Iyer said after the toss that they would have bowled first. So we are all it's a shocking decision by Ajinkya Rahane.
Yeah, Shreyas did mention that they would have bowled first because that would have been the right decision to chase. And now the situation, even if the match starts, means with 4.2 hours gone, even if the match starts at 11:14 p.m., KKR will only get 8 balls, and Punjab Kings will have the entire 5 overs. So I think it's very baffling
Better to get
for the
first.
KKR captain to win toss and deciding to bat first with so much of rain around.
I think it's better to get first off, being a KKR fan because it will, at least get KKR the first point of the season. And also, still there are a lot of concern regarding KKR. Of course, we are all, shocked by Rahane's decision and actually it didn't do justice to Rahane's decision. The way uh, Punjab bowlers were getting assistance from the bowler, we saw Bartlett was getting swing. He sent both, Finn Allen and another batter back to the pavilion very quickly. And I think, yeah, as you just mentioned, if we get a game, also would be just few overs, and I think won't be enough for KKR to put, I think, competitive total for Punjab Kings.
Yeah. Okay. Take off the earphones. All right. All right. Uh, are we audible now, Gargi? Are we audible now? Can you ask? Are we audible now? Okay, so the update from here outside Eden Gardens is it is still drizzling. So the play has already been stopped because of rain. The ground is still covered, so which means that it is very unlikely the play will start if the rain doesn't stop. As and when the rain stops, then only the covers will be off. But that looks very unlikely, which means the match will be called off. The cutoff time is 11:14. It's 10:20 now. So another 40 minutes or so before the match officials calls off the match. But obviously, as Rahul said, KKR will be satisfied to get 1 point on the board. But obviously, it's a baffling decision. Means obviously the highlight for today will be Ajinkya Rahane's decision to bat first after winning the toss. Now it's okay. So obviously, it's baffling for Ajinkya Rahane to win the toss and
deciding to bat first. But Rahul, what do you make out of KKR bowling attack? Obviously, when did you last see the two premier spinners of Kolkata Knight Riders, Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarti missing out?
Absolutely, I think that this franchise has been already they have been very unlucky. Before the start of the ICC, and I have mentioned earlier as well. Missing Harshit Rana, though Harshit Rana was present in the stands for today's game to cheer for the team, but KKR will miss it badly throughout the whole IPL. And also alongside Harshit, he was spending such a big amount for Matisha Patirana and not getting his service for the first 3 to 4 games, and that also huge blow for the franchise. And of course, you got in Muzarabani as a replacement of Mustafizur Rahman, but we all know that Muzarabani is far from filling in shoes of Mustafizur Rahman. But still, we hope, we all had hopes that maybe pacer like Vaibhav Arora, Kartik Tyagi, and whoever, there are Navdeep Saini, they will make the most of the opportunity they will get this season. But unfortunately, so far, they have been far from the expectations. So hopefully going forward they will make the most of their opportunity. But so far KKR's bowling has been the weak link, and not this season only. Even the last season also bowling was concerned for KKR. But last season,
Bit loudly, bit loudly.
okay.
I think your voice is too low.
But last season I think the spinners made the most of the Eden Garden condition, and also I'm a little bit surprised. Devashiza, in the first 2 games there was little assistance for the spinner as well. Don't you think KKR captain will be unhappy again that they won't make most of Varun and Sunil Narine?
I'll just
Okay,
take
Gary.
it off.
Yeah, sure.
Bolo.
Okay, so talking about the bowling part, I think obviously going forward bowling will be concerned for KKR for
All right.
sure.
Okay. Done, done, done. मैं फिर बाहर जाके फिर join करूँ. Shall I leave and rejoin? Shall I leave and rejoin? मुझे कुछ problem होती है. So here we are live back again. So there you can see the Punjab Kings team bus, which has been parked just outside the Eden Gardens. So those are clear signals that the match will be called off anytime soon. So that's the latest update from outside the Eden Gardens. There you can see the Punjab Kings team bus, which is just parked outside the clubhouse gate, assuming that the match will be called off anytime soon. So a bit of a dampener for the fans who have turned out, but as is the case, yes, the match has to be stopped because of the rain, but it's still drizzling. So any chance of the match to restart, the cutoff time is 11:14 p.m. So any possibility of a restart looks very unlikely. So a bit of a dampener, but as Rahul said that KKR fans will be happy to get at least 1 point, because the situation they were in when play was called off, it was very, very green, because with both Cameron Green and Green Allen back in the heart, means KKR would have to bat really, really well to make a competitive total. Yes, the Punjab Kings had their tails up, especially with the likes of Xavier Doherty, who gave those two breakthroughs in that particular over, and then obviously he was accompanied by Harshdeep Singh. But uh, in the previous meeting between the two sides here at the Eden Gardens, that time also rain played spoil sport. The match had to be called off. Although at that time Punjab Kings batted first and posted 201 runs, but this time round only 4.2 overs could be bowled. So Rahul, over to you. What do you make out? Means obviously for the fans, bit of a dampener.
Yeah, obviously the first update is just now we got update that the match will be abandoned soon. So still few fans are waiting inside the stadium with hope that at least they will get some action tonight. But I really feel for them. Unfortunately they won't get any action. they all came with high hopes, that KKR will make a comeback in front of their home fans. But unfortunately, I don't think there will be a game because, and of course, the way it has rained over the, I think, last 1.5 hours, I think it will be really a difficult job for the groundsman, I think, to make the ground ready. But still, the cutoff time is 11:50. But latest update is saying the match will be abandoned soon. So most likely the match, will be abandoned. As Devachita already mentioned, the Punjab King bus is already here inside, in front of the clubhouse. So I think the match will be abandoned, most likely. But coming to KKR again, I think the next game will be very tough for KKR as well. I think even next game. Okay, so asking us to be loud. Okay, I think next game again. I think another tough game for KKR because Lucknow Super Giants. I think they didn't start the IPL. The first game they didn't went in their favor, but again in the last game we have seen they have regrouped and did I think decently against Sunrisers Hyderabad. Rishabh Pant guiding the team, past the finishing line. And of course, it will be a tough game for KKR. But again, it remains to be seen whether Varun Chakraborty and Sunil Nair will be back for KKR or not. Because this KKR team rely a lot on their spin attack. And also, talking about pacers, I don't know. But again, this IPL, as I already mentioned, big opportunity for the young pacer of KKR. Kartik Tyagi, Navdeep Saini, whoever get opportunity, they will have to make the most of it. But recently, not only bowling, but batting of KKR is also a concern. Because today we have all seen how Finn Allen, got dismissed by Javier Bartlett. So recently, batting also been concern for KKR. But actually, what do you think about Cameron Green's form so far? He is not bowling, and also I think after 1 or 2 games he will get the clearance to ball. But about his batting so far,
Yeah, absolutely. Means 25.2 crore Rahul. Obviously, a lot of expectations, but so far it's been a huge disappointment, huge letdown. I have to admit for the KKR fans. He scored 18 of 10 balls in that first game in Mumbai Indians. Second match against Sunrisers Hyderabad, he was unfortunately run out for 2 runs. So a lot was expected. And remember, he is playing purely as a batter. So despite being spent heavily on him, Cameron Green is playing purely as a batter, and he has not done justice. It's clearly, it has been a huge letdown for the Australian all-rounder. But let's hope because um, Team Saudi, KKR bowling coach Team Saudi in the pre-match press conference did mention that he's almost there, Cameron Green, for him to be available as a bowler. So fingers crossed. We don't know whether he's going to be available as an all-rounder for the game coming up on the 9th against Lucknow Super Giants or the game against Chennai Super Kings, that is and Cheaper on the 14th. The news as of now, the latest update is the play has been stopped because of incessant rain and along with some gutsy wind. Obviously, you can see some cheers uh, because Shah Rukh Khan is inside the stadium. He is not out yet. He is still waiting, hopeful that play might start soon.
okay,
Any
the
update
update
now?
is rain has stopped, but we have 46 minutes left for 5 over game to start.
So the latest update is the rain has stopped and we have just 46 minutes left for a 5 over a side game to be constituted. So the latest update is rain has stopped here at the Eden Gardens. It's 10:30. So the cutoff time for a 5 over a side game is 11:15. So 45 minutes from now, it's 10:30 here now. So another 45 minutes, 45 minutes, Rahul.
Exactly,
So
46 minutes left for a 5
46
over
minutes.
game.
So it's 11:41. So 11:41.
Now it's 10:31, so all over I think it's
11:46.
11:50.
11:15. 11:15. So the update that we are getting is the match officials are going to wait for another 45 minutes before officially calling off the match. So, but the good news coming from Eden Gardens is the rain has stopped. Yes, several fans have left. We saw the family members of Punjab Kings players. They have also left, but we are, in fact, we could see the Punjab Kings team bus, which has been parked just behind us. So, but the news coming up coming from Eden Gardens is the match officials are going to wait for another 45 minutes for them to officially call off the match.
But even as we are all discussing that there's still a chance of restart, as we already mentioned, that 46 minutes still left, for a 5 over game. But do you think uh, the groundsman or the drainage facility in Eden is, possible to make the ground ready within, 46 minutes for a 5 over game? What do you think?
Yeah, I think if,
Will
if,
it be
if,
possible
if,
the way
if,
it has rained over the last 1.5 hours?
I think the drainage conditions here is excellent. Drainage facilities here at the Eden Gardens is excellent, and also I think um, the ground will be ready because at as many as almost 100 ground staff will be deployed, has been deployed by the Cricket Association of Bengal. So the ground will be ready pretty soon. I am confident because and if suppose the match starts, I think KKR will only have 8 more deliveries, and obviously Punjab Kings will have the entire 5 overs to chase the total. So I think the odds are very much in favor of Punjab Kings. And for me, if you ask me, ideally for KKR, they would have rather hoped for the match to not start. But if the match starts and if it's a 5 over game, clearly advantage Punjab Kings.
Absolutely, that would be an easy win for Punjab King. But we should think, next what next for KKR against Lucknow Super Giants. Very balanced side. I mean, so far, I think I think Lucknow team has been far from their prime because the batting lineup, the bowling lineup they bowled, the way Mohammad Shami bowled in the last game. What do you reckon of the Lucknow Super Giants or the KKR game? On 9.
Yeah, absolutely. Lucknow will have their tails up given the win in their last match. So and especially Mohammad Shami, we know what a spell. 4 overs, 9 runs, and 2 wickets. So and also the Rishabh Pant scoring that brilliant half century in the previous match. So Lucknow Super Giants will have their tails up, but KKR things are not looking rosy. Yes, we don't know yet when Matisha Pathirana will turn up because
Do you think on
clearly,
9
clearly,
he will turn up for KKR?
don't think so. Don't think so. I don't think so. Even if he turns up, I don't think he will be drafted immediately um, into the playing 11. So I think more problems for Kolkata Knight Riders. And assuming that this match, if it does happen, obviously Punjab Kings will definitely have the advantage. But if Kolkata Knight Riders lose this match, they will lose 3 on a trot, which will mean that it will be
First
very
time
very
since
difficult.
2012.
Yeah, first time since 22. So it will be very difficult for the Knight Riders to bounce back from here on. Yes, you never know, but clearly the odds are heavily against the Knight Riders.
So the latest update is still there's a chance of a game, but 5 overs game. But also, taking in account, considering the whether the groundsman will be able to make the ground ready for the game or not, because it seems very unlikely the way it has rained over the past 1.5 hour. It's been raining, consistently and heavily. So obviously it will be a very difficult job for the groundsman. So it depends on the groundsman now whether they can make the ground ready for a 5 over game or not. And if there's a 5 over game,
As we speak, we could hear some cheers from
right,
inside. So
there's some more.
I think the covers are getting removed. That is the sense I'm getting. Obviously, there are not many fans inside. Most of the fans have left, but the, the few who are still inside, I think that can be the only possibility with the cheers.
Exactly, the fans are hoping to get at least some action tonight. But again, we know if there's a 5 over game, I mean KKR are already in back foot. They have already played 3.4 overs and just 27 or 28 runs. We know they can't. They can reach hardly I think till 50 or somehow 55. But I think that won't be that much difficult for Punjab King, who post strong batting lineup. They have Priyan Sharia, Prabhsumran Singh in the opening, then Cooper Connolly, and then Shreyas Iyer. Such a formidable batting lineup. So obviously, KKR will be in back foot. If the game resumes and if there's a 5 over format game. But talking about KKR, we should discuss about KKR captain Ajinkya Rahane. Do you think he would be under immense pressure after tonight's game if there is a game?
Huge pressure for, and I won't be surprised if if, if this persists. If KKR, if the poor so persist, I think there can be a change of guard. And KKR has a history. Means obviously we know they have a history of removing their captain mid-season. So I won't be surprised if Ajinkya Rahane, if the team does not perform well, I think we might soon see Rinku Singh, who is been appointed as the vice captain, take over.
Exactly, Mohor is actually finding us. I told her that we are just standing opposite, the near the I think Punjab Kings bus, and obviously I think immense pressure for Ajinkya, and also the way he answered a journalist question in the press conference shows that he is already under immense pressure. Last year also couldn't, KKR couldn't make it to the playoff, and back-to-back season, if KKR couldn't make it to the playoff, obviously the franchise will be also under immense pressure. Already they have seen a bit deep in the turnout. Do you think tonight? Uh, Although it's a Monday, but still
Yeah,
the
I think
attendance
I
was
think
bit low.
Rahul, obviously there are several reasons for such a low turnout. One, obviously, it's the first day of the week. Second, with forecast of showers, means people are not that much interested, given that there is a forecast of showers, and we have already seen so much of rain around. And obviously, the third most important thing is the team is not performing well. They have already lost the first two matches, so I think it can happen to any team. Means obviously, if you are not doing well, you will see fans turning against, not turning up and cheering for you, and that has been the case with Knight Riders because. And most important thing is they have not been their performance has not been inspiring so as to bring the fans to the stadium. We have seen, despite failure, KKR fans has been very loyal to their
True,
team,
true.
and they, irrespective of win or loss, they have always come in huge numbers and cheered for the KKR. But that is not the case today. For me, who have been covering IPL from the first year, 2008, I have never seen such a poor turnout. And yes, people might argue that it is the first day of the week. Despite the first day of the week, you just tell me that IPL being played across all the venues, it's such a poor turnout, and that too for a venue like Eden Gardens, where you don't expect such a low turnout. And Shah Rukh Khan is present today, but even that also did not bring the crowd back.
Hopefully, in the next game against Lucknow Super Giants, hopefully we'll get a decent turnout. And also, that game, has an interesting layer because Lucknow Super Giants, we all know Sanjeev Goenka, who also owns Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Maybe we'll see a lot of Mohun Bagan fans as well turning up, at the Eden Gardens for the KKR versus Lucknow Super Giants game. Okay, so Gargi, giving update that umpires are working the middle. Yeah, the latest
Covers
update
are
is
coming
covers
off.
are being removed.
Fantastic. Thank you,
Latest update.
Gargi, for the update. So
Covers are
the
being removed.
covers are coming off. So we did hear some loud
Fans were
cheers.
cheering on.
So that's a great sign. That's a great sign. So, but as I say, Rahul, KKR will have to means obviously this match. Punjab Kings very much they will have their tails up.
Exactly.
So
I
to
don't see any chance for KKR. I don't see any chance for KKR. The
Javelin
latest
match.
update is the latest update is covers are being removed and umpires are walking into the middle to I think check the condition whether it is fit for a game or not. But again, I think it will depend whether the ground is ready or not for a 5 over game. But if there's a 5 over game, and Devashish was just mentioned, and KKR are already in back four, it will be really tough.
So, अच्छा, the umpires are still checking. The umpires are still checking. দেখেন so এখন দিয়ে যাবো এখন দেবো তো বেরিয়ে যাবে so that's the update from now. The umpires are still checking. We
Will you
will
go inside?
uh, but let's carry on. Let's
Okay,
carry on.
okay,
Let's
okay.
as soon as the match starts, we will go in. If there's an update about the match to start, because the umpires are still inspecting, we would request Gargi to give us update because we are not being able to get an update from outside. So we are banking on her to get us the updates, but the update from
The
inside
umpires are
Eden Gardens,
checking the square.
the umpires are still inspecting. So hopefully we will be able to give an update as and when we get it, but very soon we'll get an update. So
Of course, there will be moisture because the ground was under the cover. Do you think that will be have some impact on the game if there's a 5 or 6 over game?
yeah, I think but then for a 5 over game, I think that won't be much of a concern. Means obviously, and someone like a Prop Simran Singh, a Priyank Saria, if they
Saurav Ganguly is also in the middle. Thank you,
Acha,
Gargi, for
Saurav
the update.
Ganguly is also in the middle, along with the umpires.
He is
So,
personally inspecting the ground.
and talking about Saurav Ganguly, a few years back when there's a T20 World Cup happening, it was a similar situation. Means no one expected the match to restart, but all credit to the ground staff. The match started. So I think let's see, let's wait and watch if the match does start. But obviously, the amount of rain that we witnessed, Rahul, and also the wind, if I expect the match to start because the drainage system here is very good compared to other venues in India.
And I think that over past 2 years, the way Eden Gardens drainage has improved. I think the past 2 years also we have seen similar scenario. But again, credit goes to Eden Gardens drainage facility and the groundsman as well. The way they make the ground available within just within just 30 or 40 minutes will be enough for them. I think to dry up the whole ground and make it ready for a 5 over game. In latest update.
Not really.
Okay, so the latest update is as Gargi just you know uh, okay, so the latest update as Gargi told us that Saurav Ganguly is in the middle of the ground. He's also inspecting along with the umpires and the groundsmen are they're doing their job. And as we already mentioned, that hopefully we'll get some game, hopefully we'll get some action, and hopefully the fans will also get some action. As we also already mentioned that there are still few fans who are waiting inside, hoping that they will get to at least few overs, and hopefully they will get. But if they are KKR fans, they know it. They know it very well that KKR are already in back foot. If there is a 5 over or 6 over game, we'll wait and check out whether the game will start or not. But
I think Subhayan has shared still update. Let's see.
okay, what do you say?
I think Subhayan has shared a photo. I think.
Okay,
Anyway.
we'll check there. We'll check there. But Devashish, so far, taking all the games in the IPL so far.
So
who do you-
that's the
Okay.
those are the latest
Covers are being
visuals
removed.
that
Covers
we
are
are
being
getting.
removed.
Means, thanks to Shubhayan, who has just
Great
gone
visual.
inside after the Hindi live. So as you can see, the covers are getting removed. Yes, a few moments back, Saurav Ganguly, CAB president, along with the umpires, the match officials were present. They were inspecting the wicket and the ground. But I don't think that won't be a problem because the entire ground was covered before the rain came in. So I think that augurs well for the match to restart. So we will be so the square round, as you can see,
Great
the
picture.
square,
Great picture. Great
the,
picture.
the covers have been removed. Uh,
Okay, that's a separate thing. That's a separate thing about RC. But Devashish, tell me one thing. Doesn't matter whenever the game start, how many overs game we get. But we have to give credit to the groundsmen, who worked tirelessly tonight. I was noticing, when it was raining heavily, but they were on the ground, with those covers and all. It doesn't matter how many overs game we get, but the man of the match are obviously the heroes. Actually, heroes of tonight are obviously the groundsmen.
yeah, absolutely, and absolutely, and though they are the real heroes means for the
Sure.
man. Covers are being carefully removed to ensure no spillover.
Saurav Ganguly personally looking. So again, we
Yes,
will have to give credit
he
to
he
Saurabh
being
Ganguly and the groundsman.
yeah, obviously he being the president of the CAB and also and with Shah Rukh still there, and obviously we know means the both. Saurav himself has been a former KKR. He has been the captain of the Kolkata Knight Riders and now the president of CAB. And so I think he will take every measure so as to see that we get to see the match happening very soon. So that's the update. As you can see, those are the live pictures that have been shared by Shubhayan, and the crowns are slowly being removed. The covers are slowly being removed. So, and as you can see Saurav uh, in the in the picture ground. Can you make out? I couldn't make out which one
I
is
think
Saurav.
Saurav is here. I think this one. This one. This one.
Okay.
He is also
Okay.
inspecting.
So the update now is the crowd the covers are getting removed and we can see a match happening soon, but only after the umpires what decision the umpires take. So the news from here, yeah.
I think now our problem will be solved. Now we have got a mic.
Okay.
Continue. Let me fix
All
the
right.
mic.
We are putting on our mic So hopefully now we will be clearly audible.
Oh, I think this one is C drive. So these are okay, so we're actually trying to fix our mic, but unfortunately we couldn't because I think Devashish has got a C drive here. But again, let us continue, Devashish.
Yeah.
Then what's your thoughts on the IPL so far? Which are the two teams do you consider
I
favorite
think
this time?
Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians.
Not RCB, not Punjab Kings, the way they are playing
Obviously,
so far.
Punjab Kings, yes, but for me, Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians is the team that I am banking on. They, what a balanced side they have, and they have a great start. Rajasthan Royals is another side.
Exactly.
Rajasthan Royals, Rajasthan Royals, Delhi Capitals, Punjab Kings, yes, Punjab Kings, RCB. So these are the five sides who I think will make it to the among these five teams, which is very likely to make it to the playoffs. But for KKR, Rahul, I'm not that much hopeful. I'm not that much hopeful. Means obviously I'm a huge fan of KKR, but so I
Loud
think
noise coming from the stadium.
the
And
covers
update
are
from
getting.
Gargi's players are also waiting, patiently, for the covers
Oh,
to come
all
off,
right,
and
all
so
right.
that
So we will.
they can also come inside, have a game.
So, but obviously yes, most of the Punjab Kings players.
Punjab will
I,
be
I, I
optimistic, not
don't see
KKR
I
at
don't
all.
see the KKR players having an urgency.
KKR
There's a
player.
lot of water on the boundary lines, and
That's
obviously
concerning.
um, we don't know whether the super stopper is being used or not. But obviously, if there's some water logging, I think the drainage system is good, and also the CAB has four super stopper. Obviously, um, they have four super stopper.
Okay.
So let's see, because people are no, that is not. No. So let's wrap it, or shall we still wait for a few more minutes
Let
before
us
we
do it
get an
for
actual
another
update?
4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, before we actually get an
We
update.
get the update that the game is still on, or whether it is being washed out or not. So we'll do for okay. So
Ponting in the
in the
middle
middle
now.
now. Okay, Ricky Ponting is on the middle. I think he's also eagerly waiting for a
He,
game
he will
because
be more
it's a
than eager
great
because he
opportunity
want
for
the
Punjab Kings
match
to
to
get 2
happen.
points.
5 over a side from here on, Punjab Kings will fancy getting full points.
Absolutely, because I think Ponting will be itching, I mean, I think Punjab Kings will be itching to get a game and get 3 points from KKR and head back to their base because I think it's a big opportunity for them. They have already put KKR in the back foot, within the first 3 overs, but again, courtesy of Ajinkya Rahane's wrong decision in the toss, in our opinion, because winning the toss and electing to bat first, I think KKR haven't done justice to their decision, the way they have batted in the first 3 overs. Punjab Kings captain Shreyas Iyer said after the toss that he would have wanted to bowl first only. So that shows that obviously there will be questions regarding Ajinkya Rahane's decision to bat first after winning the toss. But Devashish, what do you think about KKR? What are the things they need to do correct, next season? Because this season, according to me, and also this season, do you see any hopes for KKR going forward? And if not, what are the things
Yeah,
that
I think
KKR
I
need to
think
do correct
KKR
for next
means
season?
once Batista Patherana joins the squad, once he is available to bowl, once Cameron Green is available to bowl as well. So then all of a sudden they will have that balance means as far as the bowling is concerned. Yes, unfortunately, it's the loss of form of Varun Chakravarti hasn't done any good for the Knight Riders, but hopefully we will see Varun Chakravarti bouncing back to form, and once that happens, alongside Sunil Narin, I think KKR obviously will have obviously they will have some firepower in that bowling attack, but as we speak, we could see. I don't know why the fans are leaving because there is a very good possibility of the match to restart because the rain has clearly stopped as we speak, and we might very well soon see a match happening, and Kolkata Knight Riders will have only 8 more deliveries
Okay,
because
so now Sujan Mukherjee is having a conversation with the umpires, and also Saurav Ganguly and Abhishek Nair also joined Sujan Mukherjee in the middle of the ground. So that's the update from that.
maybe pressure tactics, because Kolkata Knight Riders won't want the match to happen. They will rather want the match to be called off so as to get
Well
one
said.
point, because at this moment of time it's clearly advantage Punjab Kings. If the match starts and if it's a 5 over a side match and KKR only have 8 more deliveries, so and Punjab Kings will have the full 5 overs. So clearly advantage Punjab Kings, and that's the reason I think if there's an argument in the middle, because Abhishek Nair would clearly want the match not to restart, but Punjab Kings, as we did come to know that Ricky Ponting was in the middle, so as an Australian, he would want he will have some pressure tactics to ensure that the match
Why
happens.
not? The game is completely in their favor.
Absolutely, heavily tilted in favor of Punjab Kings. Heavily tilted in favor of Punjab.
But this is an interesting point made by Trisha that suppose if we get 5 or 6 over games, do you think it would be a great decision if KKR retired out any one of Ajinkya Ran and Ankush, and they bring in Robman Powell to maximize the last few balls?
Ideally, so you have to maximize the 8 balls that you will get. So and when you have a Robman Powell, I think that would be a very wise move. Means, you cannot rely on Ajinkya Rahane to belt out those huge boundaries. So I think it will be a very wise move, I would say, on KKR's part to send in a Robman Powell.
What do you make of these pictures? This one.
Saurav Ganguly. Yeah. Okay, so I think lot of I don't see him very concerned. Covers came off the pitch.
In the middle of the pitch. Middle
Covers,
of the ground.
yeah, covers came off the pitch. Just been informed that covers are now totally off the pitch.
But still, whether we'll get a game or not, completely depends on the condition. As Kargi just mentioned, that still a lot of water on the I think boundary line. So that will be I think concerning. But again, it's up to the groundsman whether they can make the ground ready for a 5 or 6 overs games or not. So that's it. Any
Yeah,
latest
so
update,
that's
or
it.
should we wait
Yeah.
for the whether there will be game or not?
So now that the host broadcasters have started live, so everyone will be getting an update. So hope you enjoyed these live updates. We will.
Okay, another
obviously-
important update. Ponting. Ponting has inspected the ground and he doesn't look impressed. That is also concerning.
Sure.
Just imagine from Ponting point of view, Punjab point
Now
of view.
Ponting and Saurav are having a discussion.
Okay, so the update is I think you were also watching on on your television that Ricky Ponting, he already had a walk around the ground and he doesn't look impressed. So I think he's unhappy with the condition. That's concerning. So still we're not sure whether the game will resume or it will be washed out totally. But still there is
Whether he is unhappy with the conditions or whether he is unhappy with the game not.
I think losing 1 point.
Yeah, obviously, because he would want to get
To
a
have a
full
game,
points. He would want to get 2 points. But let's wait and watch. Maybe in a few minutes from now, Acha Ganguly is saying.
There is separate chit chat going on in our group.
So, shall we wrap up? So that's it.
Let's wrap up then.
So that's
Until
the
marathon
latest
line.
update. We are expecting the game to start soon, or rather, the match officials to take a decision. We could still hear some cheers from inside, so we don't know yet. Oh, there's too much of waterlogging, but that is
On the boundary line.
on the boundary line, outside the boundary line.
Outside the line.
So that won't be a concern.
Okay.
That
Okay.
won't be a concern.
It's now almost 11 p.m.
Another 15 more minutes. I think KKR fans will be happy. KKR fans will be happy, or rather we continue our live broadcast for another 10 minutes because we will get to know what's the official decision is. In another 10 minutes, we will get to know what's the official decision is, and yes, Punjab Kings will rue the fact that they are not getting full points from this game, but KKR fans will be more than happy. Will be more than happy to get a point on board because that they haven't had the greatest of start, losing two of the matches. Uh,
Okay, so they're telling us to wait for another 5 minutes so that we can get a final update from inside the ground. So far, there were few final thoughts before we end our live. I mean, so far, what you have watched,
I think
watched tonight, I know just few overs of action, but still, again about KKR, what do you think that they are going wrong with the combination,
I think
something else?
If the game is not started, I think I won't say it will leave a scar on CB, but obviously there Sujan Mukherjee will, will be asked questions, means as to why did the ground not ready, and obviously Punjab Kings would have loved to see the match happening. KKR, I'm not too sure because they would rather want match not to restart because ideally for them, because it's clear advantage for Punjab because KKR only have 8 more deliveries. Whether and the Super Soper is on the ground. As I told you that Super Soper is on the ground.
Super is out and Ajinkya Rahane Iyer is also middle speaking to the umpire.
So clearly those are pressure tactics. I know because Ajinkya Rahane, Abhishek Nair, everyone will try and influence the umpires not to start the match.
They will share the point then.
Share the point because it's clearly disadvantage for KKR if the match restarts. With 8 more deliveries, how many more runs will you score? Even if you send in a Robman Powell, it doesn't mean if he. So clearly advantage for Punjab if they get full 5 overs, and I don't think there won't be any more rain now. So clearly,
Rain has completely stopped. So that's the latest update. Super is out. And also, both the captains are also in the middle. They are talking to the umpire. So let's see. I think in few minutes we'll get the update whether there will be game or not. Whether there will be at least few overs of game or it will be called washed out. But my final question will end with this. Devashish will end with this regarding KKR opening slot. Again, even today also they went back to the pavilion so early. Ajinkya Rahane final. I know today there is no Sunil Narine, but in the next game, hopefully Sunil Narine will be fit. What do you think was the best position for Narine to bat in this KKR batting lineup?
I think, and then you also have a team cipher. Means then why did you have a team cipher in your side if you don't give him batting? Means obviously, ideally for me.
1 point for. Okay, 1 point for both KKR and Punjab.
So that's the update for now. That's
First
the
point
update
for
now.
KKR, Devashish.
The match is called off. Handshakes.
You can see the smile on Devashish.
So the first point for Knight Riders, I could clearly sense the mood in the KKR dressing room because they would have really hoped to get 1 point on the board. So disappointment for Punjab Kings because so that's it. That's the latest update. The points are being shared. No further play in this match. So both the teams will get 1 point each. So Rahul, final thoughts?
First point for KKR. You can see the smile on Devashish's face. First point for KKR, but a lot of things to do for KKR. I think in the next game, again, they will face an uphill task against Lucknow Super Giants. They need to get their combination right, and hopefully Varun and Sunil Narine will be back for KKR. But Punjab Kings will be disappointed because the way they started the game, obviously they will be happy to get 2 points from this venue. But for KKR, first point, and hopefully from here they will regroup and make a strong comeback in the coming games. That's it.
So that's the latest update. The match has been abandoned due to wet outfield. So keep watching this space, keep watching Red Sports, and please subscribe to our channels, and obviously click on the notification bell to get the updates from our latest videos. So that's me and Rahul signing out outside the Eden Gardens. Keep watching.